All right, welcome to DeanBodi Show. DeanBodi Show. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Happy early election voting day. Oh, yeah. So, who's the good girl? Good girl, Bodi. Good girl. Good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698. Bodi hotline, fun line. Call the Bodi line. Say something hot, nice to Bodi. Something cool, hot, and spicy to Bodi. To make it a feature on the show. Do your little zippity-doo-dah. Do a little sing-along. We'll sing it with you. Say what's going on in your life. I don't know, your first name, where you're from. That's how we do it over here. We're coming at you daily, DeanBodi, because life comes at you daily, not weekly and monthly. So, man, we kicked it off today with early voting. Dallas County got it done. I got to tell you, what a difference a year makes, huh? Crazy vibe with the masks and the taping, with the social distancing and the whole vibe of the whole thing, man. And I got to tell you, I'm glad I went early because it was kind of easy breezy. About a 20-minute process, in and out. I go there, I got my mask, I got my rubber, like the black latex gloves the chefs use in the kitchen. I didn't really know what to expect. I was just covering all my bases, right? Plus, people touching everything, all this other stuff, you get a little nutty. And we did it for a couple different reasons. So we're walking through, and we get there. I got my gloves on, and everybody's got to go through the hand sanitizer station before they can move forward. Like I said, what a difference a year makes, huh? I mean, last year, nobody did anything like this. So I have my gloves on, and the lady goes, "It's not going to work with the gloves on." And I'm like, what's not going to work? It's not going to work with the gloves on. It's not going to work. Really monotone voice, too. She was kind of creeping me out. I'm like, okay, do you want me to take them off? She goes, no, just like put a little bit of a sanitizer stuff right here. When you put it under, it was one of those automatic ones. I'm like, because she goes, it needs a little bit of a contrast. I'm like, I really have no idea what this lady's talking about. I mean, what's not going to work? I can just rub it on my... She meant, after finally understanding what she was talking about, that putting my hand underneath the machine with the gloves on was not going to set off the auto dispenser. It had to be skin. Okay, well, why didn't you say so? So I put it over by my wrist, let it squirt on there, and then I rubbed it all over the gloves, and I looked at her and I said, well, I just learned something new today. And I'm thinking to myself, the worst explanation of what you're really talking about on the planet, It's not going to work with the gloves on. I'm like, what's not going to work? I'm like, you want me to take them off, or you got to fingerprint me? What do you want from me? It's not going to work with the gloves on. I'm like, okay. So it turns out that you got to be skin underneath the thing because it senses the skin, whatever. I don't know. But we got it done. Got in there, got the ballot. And, they check the ID, the whole thing. And you walk over to the machine with your card. And the guy makes it clear to me. He goes, you can't do the just pick one, whether you're Democrat or Republican, and just plow right through it. And I'm like, okay. So you take one at a time. He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. And I don't know, man. The whole thing is kind of strange and bizarre. So we did our thing today. And I'm not going to get into my political sides on this episode. But stay tuned because I'm going to be doing something coming up shortly. I think between now and Election Day. I'm going to tie in, as DeanBodi likes to do it, with the life experiences I've had and tackle some issues that I see what's going on and how I put my spin on it and read between the lines and what I've gone through, whether it's growing up in Miami, something that happened in Canada, and all these other things that I've seen and dealt with on a personal basis from life experiences and tie it in. And you take what you want from it, and you'll see. But it's going to probably be my longest podcast I've done because I'm going to go on a rant. I'm going to rip right through it. We're going to flick the mic. We're not going to edit nothing. And we're probably going to go like a full hour of me just plowing through what I have gone through in my life and how I relate it to a lot of things that are going on now. And now I'm going to put my common sense in there. I'm going to read between the lines. I'm going to do my little zippity-doo-dah. We're going to sing the songs. We're going to do our thing. Play a couple tunes with Alexa. We're going to mix it up like you've never seen it mixed up before. This is going to be one for the record books. So stay tuned because it's coming. I just have to get geared up for it. I might have to take a couple water breaks to do this thing. I might need some kind of, run on the treadmill for 30 minutes first to get geared up for this. It's going to be like a DeanBodi event. I just think it's appropriate. There's so many things going on in the world right now, so much crazy stuff happening, and I've gone through so much crazy stuff in my life and where I was born and places that I've been in my travels and everything else. I really feel I have a lot to say, and I'm going to tie it all in. And it's going to be wild. I promise you it's going to be wild. Why? Because she's the good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Yeah, the good girl, Bodi. Yeah, the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698. Bodi Hotline Fun Line. Call the Bodi line. And when I do that monster episode, I want you guys to call the Hotline Fun Line Bodi line. Give me your 2 cents. Go ahead. I'm opening wide up. Hey, listen, we like the rough edges over here. We got nothing to hide over here. We're going to be diving deep. We're going to be drilling down. We're going to be pushing up. We're going to be elbowing to the sides. We're going to be bringing it. So I want you to bring it. And listen, that's what we're all here. We're all here to have our different opinions and still get along. That's the whole point. So if you like what's going on over here, DeanBodi, consider subscribing. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of these shows because these are real shows. We're coming at you daily, DeanBodi. Why? As we said before, because life comes at you daily, not weekly and monthly, right? Make a nice 5-star rating and review, a nice review on the podcast of your choice. A platform of your choice would be awesome. We'd greatly appreciate it. Give that algorithm a good little, zippity-doo-dah. Share it with a friend. Put your email on the website as we're compiling a list. And, I learned how to do some kind of transcript today. I got to tell you, they offered the do the transcript. Yeah, you pay a couple bucks, and it comes back to you. Oh, man, how many misspells there are. It's ridiculous. And they were trying to copy my songs and all that. I was like, oh, what a mess. But I think I can go in and edit it and type it the way it's supposed to be. And I could turn that into a blog or send some of that out, the transcript. It's kind of fun. I wanted to give it a test run, but they didn't get the zippity-doo-dah right. They didn't get the Bodi song right. They didn't spell Bodi's name right. They didn't say a few other things right. So I think, like I said, I can go in and I can correct it. But it was fun giving them a tryout at a low cost. Shout out to Buzzsprout, my hosting platform. You guys are doing an awesome job. And you got me into this whole thing, this whole podcasting thing. And I'm having a blast. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. We're having a lot of fun over here. And my good girl, Bodi. I want to give you an update on the wound care we're giving Bodi. And let me tell you, something did bite her. I thought it was the injection sites from the allergy shots that I was giving her because we really never did it till this year. I mean, it helped tremendously. But I thought it felt like that's what it was. But I noticed that the bump got a little bit bigger because if it was getting better, it shouldn't go that in the other way, right? So there was a nice little scab there, and something must have bit her, spider bite, who knows, an ant or something. It could have been anything. It really drilled down on her. But we debrided it. We got the old yucky yuck off of it. We did the hydrogen peroxide. And as soon as that yellow, that pussy stuff that gets on there, your body's not fighting off anymore, then you stop. And the body takes over and starts doing the rest, right? As it is already with Bodi's immune system is strong. Looking much cleaner. She's looking good. All that stuff is out of there. I'm having so much fun giving her all that love and figuring things out. Of course, communicating with Dr. Burkett, her vet, and all that stuff. Come on. We're a team. You've got to communicate with your team around you. That's how it's done. So, man, that being said, this whole thing today was wild. The whole voting thing. I did the Uber up and the Uber back. The first Uber guy took me to the place, didn't say a word to me, nothing, all the way there, kind of a hi and goodbye kind of quiet guy. And the other guy had all kinds of stuff to say about this and the voting and what's going on and all these things. And it was just on and on. It's funny how you get different drivers with different energies. But it's okay. It's cool, man, because I can bounce off of. I work from my phone, too, from the back. It's all good. So you get a chatterbox sometimes. Sometimes you get a quiet guy. Sometimes you get a noisy lady. Sometimes you get a quiet lady. You know how it goes. That's the way it is. It depends what kind of mood you're in. I once had this Lyft guy pick me up one time, and I was trying to give him directions on how to go and help him out with a shortcut. And he goes, I know what I'm doing. I do this every day. And I got the GPS. I go, I know. I'm just saying, I live here. And if you go right there, you'll save some time. That's all. Hey, listen, I can drop you off right here, he says, if you're going to keep telling me what to do. It turned into a whole zippity-doo-dah. So I said, I tell you what, I'm getting out of your car. See you later. So we had this whole back and forth. This guy definitely rolled out of the wrong side of the bed that day and gave me the whole 9 yards like I never had before. That only happened once to me, but it was like unbelievable. No, he didn't get a 5-star rating. Yes, I put a little bit of a complaint in because it was so ridiculously, unbelievably rude, I couldn't believe my ears. But not to go down that rabbit hole. Listen, go and do the right thing, the responsible thing. Get out there, do the early voting. You'll probably get in and out of there faster. I'm so glad it's over with. And I didn't get my pin, but I got a sticker. Okay, so anyways, wow, what a day. Bodi's doing better. That's the most important thing ever. I couldn't wait to get out of there because I just wanted to get back to Bodi. Went on a couple beautiful walks today outside. Bodi right now is just chilling and while I'm doing my show. And hey, got some chicken noodle soup warmed up on the stove. I'm going to go have a bowl of that. And I'm going to chill. So, you have an awesome day. Let's make the rest of this week a good one. Let's keep the positive vibe going. And that's how we're doing it over here. DeanBodi.com. Oh, yeah.